Broke the news last week. Alicia Atut re-signed. I also gotten some information. Holiday, he signed a multi-year deal in 2020, but he's still got plenty of time left on that deal. You've announced recently that Alex Hammerstone is staying. You've got, I believe, Fatu under a long-term deal. This has got to feel pretty good. Like 4 or 5. Mads Kruger is signed long-term. You've got 4 or 5 of your top names locked down. Like a lot of that upper card in an environment where it is a very competitive talent environment. How does that feel? And I mean, what kind of process do you use when you approach these talent about re-signing?
Yeah, it's a great feeling because you have stability. You can map out, I like to map out 18, ideally 24 months, but injuries, situations, pandemics change everything. But you want to kind of have a rough outline where you're going. So knowing the major pieces on the chessboard is important, and also figuring in there's going to be some possible new additions along the way and stuff that helps. So having these guys locked in, having them being invested in MLW means the world to me, because it's not like, yes, it's great to have them on the roster, but their commitment to MLW and the acknowledgement that they're so into this, the system's the right system for them, it means the world. It's a very validating feeling for me on a personal note. For us, it's, when we go and recruit them, it's, it's a conversation of like, how you feeling about your time here? You're having a good time? How you feeling about things? Well, we have a scenario we'd like to run by you, and we give them the vision for it, and then kind of take it from there. But it's been, to have that kind of like, I don't know, 90% success rate in getting renewals for the guys we want. It's pretty, and now more than ever, they have all these great options and all these other opportunities. That's a big thing for us. So it's a huge get for us. It's huge for my team that works really hard and developing these relationships with the talent. So do I. And for the talent, we want them comfortable here. And I think for some of them, like Fatu, Hammer, Mads, it's like they've been there. These aren't guys that just started in wrestling a few years ago. They've been around, but this is the system where it just meshed and connected. And from a creative point of view, from a financial point of view, they're finding that level of success that they have been hoping and looking for in the system. What I always say, look, we're going to grow together. So like our year one, generation 1 contracts, generation 2 contracts, generation 3, you're seeing, a escalation in what we're able to offer financially, because we're growing, they're benefiting from it. So I'm standing up, and I'm giving, whatever I said is going to happen, it's going to happen. And so I'm good for my word. And it's funny, one thing I'll mention about the contracts is everyone's like, oh, those MLW contracts. So when we started as a baby company in a nightclub in Orlando in 2017, we had a lawyer drafting these contracts. They were very simple, simpler times. Mm-hmm. And as times changed, we looked at those contracts, and they weren't exactly Swiss cheese. I wouldn't say they're edible, but they were very close to Swiss cheese. So then we said, okay, we got to get a better legal team on this and get these contracts up to snuff. And that's what we did. So when these guys are locked in, they're locked in now. And the contracts are better for us, and they're better for the talent now, financially. And we're also the company where you can be on national TV, on BN Sports in 20 countries, and also have the freedom and liberty to go out there and do your indie bookings. We don't take a piece of that action. You go out and do you. We don't want to get involved with that mess. If you miss a flight or if you want to negotiate a higher price, that's all you. Yeah. Please use that as a platform to get more bookings. And it's worked out great.